Hey guys, me back at it again. It's been pretty quiet for really the past week. There hasn't been a lot to talk about, but there's quite a bit building up now, so I thought I'd post a video about it. There's also going to be more news in the description that I really haven't talked on here in the video, about Shelley suffering a broken collarbone. He's going to be out for a little while. AJ Styles injury update. It looks like he's probably going to come back. He's going to try his damnedest to come back at Against All Odds, even though he probably isn't going to be cleared to wrestle. Some WWE news. There's basically a whole bunch of stuff I got here. Yeah. Give me a sec. Oh, about CM Punk, I think he got punched in the face by a fan. That's pretty funny. That Awesome Kong will be debuting in WWE before too long. Basically, what I'm going to talk about, this part's kind of funny, is there's a funny little rumor going around involving the Main Event Mafia. It's not legit, but it is kind of funny. Basically, as we know, the 27th of January, Scott Steiner makes his return to TNA, where he is probably going to actually stay till, I'm guessing, Bound for Glory or so, and he will probably be retiring this year. He's been contemplating retirement for the past 13 months and has been slowly doing so. So I think that's what we'll see. Anyways, they're supposed to... Main Event Mafia is actually going to debut on the 3rd of February for the Impact that they're having. That's supposed to be live. I'm not exactly sure if it's true or not. And then they're supposed to go against each other, the Main Event Mafia versus Immortals, at Lethal Lockdown. Now, this is the rumor joke here that I heard, that at Lethal Lockdown we'll see the return of Randy Savage to TNA, where he'll join the Main Event Mafia, and there'll be a storyline between Hogan and Savage. Now, if you know anything about Hogan and Savage, is they absolutely despise each other in real life. Savage is actually a nut and actually legitimately wants to, kill Hulk Hogan. So that's why we won't actually see Savage coming into TNA. But, if they could get everybody on the same page, it would be a good storyline. Nobody really wants to see Hogan versus Savage. But it would bring in a lot of money because people know the history of those two. And it would be interesting to see those two even face-to-face. Even if there wasn't a match, just an unbiased, uncut, just a full-out verbal war between the two of them. Basically, part of the reason why Savage hates Hogan is because the fact is he blames Hogan for wrestling what it is today, which is technically, in a way, kind of true, because it was the NWO that made the Attitude Era, and it really was Hogan, and alongside Nash and Hall, that really elevated the Attitude Era. Yes, it started in ECW, but it became mainstream with the NWO. Also, during the whole NWO thing, you would see the NWO would do things like pour hot coffee on people. Well, it actually wouldn't be hot. It'd be coffee, but it wouldn't be hot. It'd be cooled down, and, so it's not actually going to hurt the guys. Sometimes Hogan would do douchey things and, microwave the coffee and actually throw it on Randy Savage. So he legitimately threw hot coffee on Randy Savage. When they would use to spray paint the NWO, it was like a water-based paint that would wash off pretty quickly. Hogan sometimes, when he put the yellow streak up Savage back, for instance, used real paint on Randy Savage that didn't wash off so quickly. Hogan did a lot of dick things to Savage. Savage did a lot of dick things to Hogan. One point, Hogan hit Savage with a baseball bat. It was supposed to be almost like a plastic bat. He actually hit Savage with an aluminum bat. It was a real bat. So reasons like that is, I think, partly why Randy Savage went a little loco in his head. But anyways, I figure if they will do Savage versus Hogan, like I said, it's a joke. I don't see it happening. It's just a funny rumor. If it did happen, though, I could see TNA opening up all that history, making it public that Hogan was a dick to Savage and Savage was a dick to Hogan. It would be really interesting, but hey, I thought I'd pass that on because, it'd be a good laugh. It'd be a lot of botches if they had a match. It'd be kind of funny to see it, but sad in a lot of other ways. But anyways, I just thought I'd point that out. Speaking of pointing that out, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, and Ric Flair, I always said they should have a match called Age in the Cage. But here's the funny thing. Between those three, Randy Savage is the one that doesn't wrestle anymore, really. And he's in better shape than the other two. It's kind of funny. But anyways, I thought I'd point that out. Look down in the description for more news regarding CM Punk, AJ Styles, Alex Shelley, and everything else. Also, a statement that I had made a little while ago looks to be true. TNA is taking Impact on the road. The problem is, people are going, well, TNA Impact's going to have to be on the road all the time. Well, if they go on the road all the time, they're going to lose about a quarter of the roster. Most of the people that are in TNA like TNA because the fact is they're not on the road 24/7. They get to spend time with their family and friends and all that other stuff. So, which I mean makes sense. You know, it's not as draining. So they're not going to go on the road 365 days a year for the pay that the wrestlers are getting. They're not getting enough pay, so they're not going to do that. What TNA is, I've heard 8 to 10, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be 12. TNA is going to do 2 weeks worth of Impact taping, like they have been normally doing, and they're going to have one Impact that is going to be on the road somewhere. That one Impact that's going to be on the road is going to be, once a month, and basically it's probably supposed to be, how it looks now, is it'll be the Impact before the pay-per-view, and that Impact is going to be somewhere near where the pay-per-view is going to be held. Not necessarily exactly in the same city, but in the same state, or hopefully if they get up to Canada, the same province. But it looks like it probably will be live. Every Impact that is going to be in a new city on a monthly basis is supposed to be, probably going to be live, and it's going to be the Impact before the pay-per-view. I like that idea. I think it's good. Reports are saying they're going to do 8 to 10 of these a year on the road. I don't think they're going to... They don't have this planned out yet because they haven't done it. They don't know what to go on. I think what's going to happen is it's going to be a once-a-month thing starting after lockdown. I don't think they're going to do it right away. It takes time, and I think it'll be probably after lockdown. We'll see it happening. But it's a good move. I mean, TNA this month, I mean, they gave a lot of their wrestlers time off, and they can go wrestle in the Indies. I mean, they filmed right up until the 27th, and the February the 3rd is supposed to be a live Impact, although it hasn't been confirmed yet. There's also been a lot of reports floating around that the X Division is being ripped out of TNA. I stated from the beginning that was a load of shit. Dixie Carter confirmed it on Twitter. She was pretty much saying, why would we close what gave us, what made us who we are today? Why would I get rid of the X Division if I'm bringing in more X Division wrestlers? There are more X Division wrestlers on the way that are wrestling and that do have tryout deals with TNA. Anyways, keep following me.